Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome. My name is Kyle and today I'm going to show you how to write a product review blog post with Jasper. That's right. I'm going to show you A to Z, start to finish, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that I do in my process of writing a product review blog post. So I've chosen a product out there on Amazon, just kind of a cool robot vacuum. Since we're dealing with a robot AI software, why not use a robot vacuum as our product review? So we're going to go in and write that, and I'm going to show you exactly, no cuts, no edits, just live what I do when I'm doing this sort of work, all right? So you ready? Let's go, let's follow along, and I'll show you exactly what I do to write this type of blog post. Okay, so here we are. This is my document, and already you're thinking, hey Kyle, you didn't show me any of this stuff. Okay, well what I did, just to speed up time, is all I did was access Amazon here, and I pulled in everything about a Roborock Q5 robot vacuum that I need to know about. So I just copied in some of these details right here. I just copied in, these different parts about the item, and then even some of these customer ratings right here, okay? So that's all I've done is to speed up our time together. I've just copied and pasted in the information from Amazon about this product, okay? And because this Amazon product here is actually posted by Roborock, I'm pretty cool just trusting that that's correct information and that all of the features here are the correct features, okay? So I feel good about this. So for you, when you're writing a product review blog post, step one is what I just did right here. I did research and I pasted in certain bits of information that Jasper needs to know about in order to write about this product. Now, there's a good chance that Jasper knows about the Roborock Q5. It's been out for a period of time now. He probably could just generally write about it, but this way I'm pulling in specific features, specific customer ratings, and as I'm writing a product review, I need to know about those different things, okay? So when we paste all of this information in here, we're using this to prime Jasper with information so he knows what to write about. Additionally, I've used the inputs on the left-hand side here to also give him an understanding of what I want. Just for right now, we're going to replace this in a minute. I've just put Roborock Q5 in the title. The content description, I'll probably leave this alone, but this just tells Jasper in general, what am I doing? I am writing a product review blog post about the Roborock Q5. Tone of voice, I'm going to do witty. I kind of want it to bring in some humor. I think those oftentimes do really well out there on the internet. And then keywords, robot, vacuum, and then I'm going to do a longer output length, which is about 70 to 75 words when I hit compose or I run a command, okay? So you can choose medium, which is 50 to 55 words or shorter, 20 to 25 words. I like longer because I just get more content at one time. But if you're wanting to conserve those credits, you may want to choose a shorter one. So here, I have all of this information in here. Now, what's really cool about Jasper is when my cursor is down here in the bottom, Jasper is always reading 2,000 to 3,000 characters above where your cursor is at. So Jasper can read and see almost all of this information above where I'm at right here, okay? So what I can do is begin to just ask Jasper via some commands to generate some content for me and to just start writing this blog post. So remember, step one is research and prime Jasper with the correct information. Step two is use commands to ask Jasper to write exactly what you want him to do. So now what I'm going to do is give him a command. And I'm going to say, generate some blog title ideas, if I can spell, ideas, for a blog, we'll do it for a product review of the Roborock Q5. Now, to run a command, we hit Command Enter on a Mac, Control Enter on a PC, and look at this. Jasper just wrote me 3 different really great headlines, specifically about the Roborock Q5. So, Roborock Q5 robot vacuum review, the best robot vacuum for deep cleaning, how the Roborock Q5 vacuum can help you clean your home faster and easier, and then the features of the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum that make it a great choice for your home. Okay, 3 great ones. What I think I'm going to do is just kind of choose the top one. I want people to know this is a product review. I'm not trying to get fancy. I'm just going to choose this first one, the best robot for deep cleaning, okay? So I think that that is probably true of this robot. It has good reviews, so I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to replace that in my title area, and then from there, I'm going to give this an H1. So now Jasper understands this is the title of the document because of this, and down here, Roborock Q5 Robot Vacuum Review, the best robot vacuum for deep cleaning. Okay, now below that, I'm just going to give Jasper another command. I'm going to say generate, let's see here, let's spell that correctly, generate an outline for this blog post. Command enter. So here we go. What is a robot vacuum and why would you want to have one? Okay. How does the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum work? That's nice. What are the features, the pros and cons? That's not bad. And then should you buy it? So I'm looking at this. That's 5 points that Jasper wrote for me. I think that should cover all of the bases. I can't really think of what else. You know, the pros and cons. I could probably incorporate some customer ratings and reviews inside of that one. And then should you buy it? That's the whole point of this entire blog post, right? Is product review. Should you buy this or not? So let's roll with these 5 points. Now, from here, what I'm going to do is leave that outline right there. And I'm going to give another command right below this. Remember, every time I'm giving a command, Jasper can see all of this information above it, okay? So Jasper's reading all of these things. Now, right below that, so right down here at the bottom, knowing that Jasper can see all of that, he can see these inputs here on the left-hand side, I'm going to give this command. I'm going to say generate an intro paragraph. And I might even specifically like generate a, we'll see if he pulls in this a little bit, generate a witty intro paragraph about the Roborock Q5 product review. Generate an intro paragraph about the Roborock Q5. An intro paragraph. Let's just try it this way. Generate a witty intro paragraph about the Roborock Q5. We'll see what he does here. That may not exactly be what I want, but bear with me. Command enter. Let's just see what he does. Okay, wow. So the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum is the latest and greatest robot vacuum on the market. It has powerful suction and a large dustbin, making it perfect for deep cleaning. Perfect. I wanted him to mention that because that's in my title. With Amazon Alexa, Google Home, Siri shortcuts, great. It's easy to use. The Roborock Q5 is also compatible with Auto Empty Dock Pure. Okay, that's fine. And then, which offers automatic dust. So if you're looking, right here, so if you're looking for a robot vacuum that can handle deep cleaning, the Roborock Q5 is the perfect choice. Is the perfect choice. Okay, so that's not bad, but what I might even do is, so if you're looking for the robot vacuum that can handle deep cleaning, the Roborock Q5 is the perfect choice. Let me tell you why. So I might just add that, because that's the whole point of this blog post. Tell you why. Wow, I cannot type. Here we go. I told you this was live. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay? So we copy this. We'll slide this up into where we want our intro paragraph at. And then we can get rid of this. Now from here, all we need to do is work our way through our outline. Now there's a couple different ways to do this. Remember, this is our title. This is our intro paragraph. This is our outline. We just need to work our way through it. And the reason that we're keeping all of this below this, just to recap again, is because Jasper can see and read all of that information. He's taking that in as an input, and then when we ask him to write down here, that helps him have context and specific things to write about. So now let's do this. What is a robot vacuum and why should you want one? Now there's a couple different ways. I could give another command, but another really cool product that we have or a piece of Jasper is the fact that we have power mode and you can access our paragraph generator. Now this paragraph right here, point number 1, is just a general statement about what is a robot vacuum and why would you want one, okay? So I think we can just have Jasper generate a really cool, unique, robust paragraph that's a very generic paragraph that helps set up why we even want one and why we would want the Roborock Q5. So tone of voice, we'll do witty again. And when we use this paragraph generator, I'm going to do 3 outputs. I'm going to get 3 different options of paragraphs. Jasper is going to read that, and he is going to give me, like I said, a really robust, meaty paragraph about just robot vacuums in general. So let's see what he came up with. So this is a really good one. Like, this catches people's attention. If you're like most people, I'm going to click on this. If you're like most people, the thought of cleaning your floors is about as appealing as getting a root canal. That's awesome. What a great intro line. But what if there was a way to clean your floors without even lifting a finger? Love it. Enter the robot vacuum. These handy little devices are designed to autonomously clean your floors, freeing up your time for more important things like watching Netflix. Wow, Jasper is crushing this one. This is awesome. In addition, most robot vacuums come equipped with advanced features, etc. So if you're looking at maybe just what you need. Okay, this is an awesome paragraph. That's exactly what I was hoping he would do. That's why I kind of use that tone of voice, witty. So I'm going to favorite that, copy it. I love this one. And then my cursor is right here, and a new feature we have is we can paste this right into the document from here. And look at that. So now I've got my first point right there, give it an H2, and voila, we have a very, very captivating paragraph about why you would just want a robot vacuum. Now we get to change gears and go back to how does the Roborock Q5 vacuum work, okay? So let's go back to focus mode. We're not going to use the paragraph generator for this one. Here's why. We want Jasper to specifically reference the information that we have up here that we've put into this document so that we get an accurate understanding of how the Roborock Q5 vacuum works, okay? So now all I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one way that sometimes can be a gamble, but also I think naturally works, or we can give a command. So one is when you have your point number 2 here, right below this, we can just click compose. Jasper's going to read this, and I would say 85% of the time he's going to start writing the paragraph the way we want it to. And that's because we've set up a pattern. He sees already we have a title and an intro paragraph. We have point number 1 right here, and then a paragraph. He knows that when I click compose right here, he understands that you see and want a title right here, and then you want a paragraph right below it. So let's just try that and see how it goes. So I'm going to click Command J, which is just compose. Jasper's going to write. Okay, so Jasper wrote a question mark. That's okay. And then he proceeds to write about how the Roborock Q5 works. And then he went on to an additional thing. So we can get rid of this. The reason that he probably put a question mark there is because he sees point number 2 as a question, and that's why he put a question mark there, because there's no question mark here. So we can get rid of that. But look at this. Just naturally, because Jasper is reading and analyzing my document, not just the words, but also the pattern and the way that we're setting it up, right here, he wrote a great paragraph for me on how the Roborock Q5 vacuum works. Perfect. And it's designed for deep cleaning. It has suction at large dustbin. Okay, perfect. I don't even need to touch this. He talks about specific things like the Doc Pure and all sorts of things. So I think all of that is great. Now, I want to double check one thing. Okay, so this paragraph, I do realize, and you guys probably realize this watching, it is similar to up here. But actually it's, there's a few things like this line right here. So if you're looking for a robot vacuum that can handle deep cleaning, so if you're looking for a robot that can handle deep cleaning, the Roborock Q5 is the perfect choice. While these sentences are different, he kind of ended with the same tagline. So what I'm going to do is use a little trick here. I'm going to highlight this one. I kind of like the little tagline inserted into point number 2. I'm going to use our rephrase tool. And this is just going to have Jasper just rewrite that same thing so it's similar in heart, but the words will get changed up. So Command E, Jasper is going to rewrite that. And so if you're searching for a robot vacuum that can handle deep cleaning, the Roborock Q5 is the ideal option. So he didn't rewrite it great. Let's just try again. Let's see here. If you're searching for a robot vacuum that can clean deeply, the Roborock Q5 is ideal. So he's rewriting a couple of the words. It's not great. So we're going to do something different. We could just choose to replace that text and that would be fine. I am going to have him... let's just do this. Let's just do rewrite. You know what? Let's take this. Let's copy this. And let's go into power mode. Let's go to our content improver. And then once again, I'm showing you guys live here what I would do. So I'm actually going to copy all of point number 2. I'm going to paste it all into here. And I'm just going to use the content improver. This is one of our very first, I'm going to use Witty again. This is one of our first templates we ever made, and it's just tried true. It's a great way to rewrite and improve, not just rephrase something, but to really make it better. So let's just see what he comes up with here. So as you can see, I'm always using commands. I'm using different tools, different templates. I'm always going back and forth. So I had him generate a couple things here. And then let's rock and roll. Okay, so here we go. So Jasper rewrote this. I love it. So this is improved. That looks fine. Remember, we're trying to get how does the Roborock Q5 vacuum work. So I do want to talk about some specific things. And what we're going to do here is favorite that one, and then we're going to paste it into here. Okay, so now let's go back. I like that one. It's a powerful, so I'm going to read this one. The powerful and reliable robot vacuum that can handle anything your home throws at it. With a large dust bin, that's fine. Sleek machine, it's excellent. Yeah, all this is good. He didn't quite finish this thought. I'm going to hit compose and let him finish writing that. Okay, so that's kind of random. Not exactly sure. Okay, so he kind of quoted a couple of things. That's fine. So he just finished, I guess he was just one word off. And then he did robot vacuum reviews, which we don't need. And then he kind of went on into point number 3 and point number 4. So let's get rid of this stuff. We're going to get rid of the 3 and 4 that he came up with. And then we're going to go here. So I hope that wasn't confusing. All I did was use the content improver on what he wrote beforehand to try to have him rewrite it in a little bit of a better way. So I like what he did, and I think we're good to go there. Let's go to point number 3. What are the features? So again, I'm just going to give this an H3 or an H2 tag like I have the other ones. And then I'm going to just put my cursor right here, hit Command J. Jasper's going to read that, and he's going to start talking about the features of the vacuum. Now, he's going to specifically pull in, you're going to notice here, he's going to specifically pull in that information. Now, he started writing number 4. That's okay. I'm just going to delete that. So look at this. Vacuum comes packed with features. It's perfect choice for deep cleaning. Large dust bin, powerful suction, precision mapping, I think was a key thing there. Precise sense lidar, however you say that. This little machine is designed for efficiency. The robot is, Q5 is also compatible with the Auto Empty Dock Pure. Great, so those are some of the features. Now, one thing I can also do is give an additional command, and then we can talk about them differently. So rather than just hitting compose and having him write about that topic, I can say list out the features and the benefits of those features of the Roborock Q5. Now, this command right here, play around with commands like this, and we give all sorts of suggestions. You can go into our, what are Jasper commands, and you can see some suggestions for different ones here. We talk about Jasper commands and different ones that you can try. This is our boot camp video. If you go into our help doc area, you can look at different commands that we suggest. But I'm always trying out different commands to extract out of Jasper exactly what I want. So I want him to list the features and then the benefits of those features of the Roborock Q5. So let's see what he does. He can read everything above this command. I'm going to do Command Shift Enter this time. That's going to leave my command up there. And then here we go. So he wrote a couple things. The Roborock Q5 vacuum is a powerful suction and large dust bin, making it perfect for deep cleaning. That's fine. Amazon Alexa, that's fine. Roborock Q5 is compatible with Auto Empty. That's fine. So he kind of just pulled out some of these things right here. Let me, we can leave that. Let's see if he will write, let's rerun this command one more time. So cursor's right there, Command Shift Enter. Let's see if he does a better job this time. Okay, so he just kind of repeated the paragraph above, no big deal. I was afraid he would do that. So now what I'm gonna do is something kind of tricky here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this paragraph out of the way because I think it's influencing him in the wrong way. I'm gonna paste it down here so I don't lose it. So now, list out the features. Let's rework this. Let's list out the features of the Roborock Q5 and why those features are important to a stay-at-home mom. Okay, we'll just do that. Maybe that will pull out some personality and some flavor that like this little helper vacuum will help a stay-at-home mom stay on top of cleaning the home or whatever it is. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Command Shift Enter. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we listed out those three kind of similar things again. No problem. So we're going to do something else. And this is, once again, I told you guys I'm going to show you exactly what happens. It seems like he's not pulling in all of the different pieces of information here. And there's a chance that we've gotten far enough down the document that he can't quite see everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy all of these points, and I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go to point number 3. Let me pull all this out. We're going to get rid of here. And I'm going to paste these. I'm actually going to do one thing first. I'm going to do 3 asterisks, and then I'm going to paste that stuff. So these 3 asterisks block Jasper from seeing anything else, and then now it's going to focus him in directly on these features, okay? So now, what are the features of the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum? Now when I hit compose, he can only see, and he's really focusing in on those features right there. So let's have him, what are the features of the Roborock Q5 vacuum? Let's just see what he writes. I probably need to give a command here, but let's just hit compose and see what happens. So he's listing out all the features. That's not a bad deal. Now you can see how that influenced him, right? So that's really different than what we had before. Now he literally listed out those features. And what I'm going to do now is give him this command. I'm going to say, write a compelling summary of these features and why they are important to, we'll just say people, okay? Write a compelling summary of these features and why they're important to people and why, and we'll leave it there, okay? Command Shift Enter, let's see what happens now. Okay, so he rewrote that in a manner that's not like super awesome. He just kind of listed out the different things, okay? So as you see, like all these features, rather than being in list format, he listed in a big paragraph format. So now let's get rid of that. Let's go back. Write a compelling. So now what I want him to do is generate a, let me think about this command. Generate a compelling argument for why these features are important for a robot vacuum. Okay? Now I'm just trying to get him to give me a compelling argument behind all this. Okay, here's all these features, but why does it even matter? Command Shift Enter, let's see what he does now. So now look what he wrote. These features of the Roborock Q5 vacuum cleaner are important because they allow for a deeper clean and more convenience when using the vacuum. Perfect. Finally, Jasper understood what I want. Sometimes you just have to work with Jasper a little bit to extract that thought that you want. He says the powerful suction ensures that even the finest dust, the large dust bin, the convenient app controls the settings, etc. Perfect. Finally, he gave me a good, compelling argument for why those features are important. So that's the command that I gave him. And my whole point there is as you're working with Jasper, just picture it as if you're talking to someone in the room with you. You're like, hey, Bob, that's a good paragraph, but I want you to rewrite it. Make it more what? Make it more compelling. Make it more of an argument for why. And now that I did that, Jasper understood that, and he wrote me a great paragraph. So I'm listing out my features, and then here's a really good argument for those features. So for time's sake, what I'm going to do actually now, rather than doing the pros and cons and then the should you buy, we're just going to skip right to the should you buy. We'll go and we'll make that point number 4. Obviously, you can continue to work through these different things. The pros and cons, we've kind of already talked about the different features of it. What I'm going to do now, point number 4, I'm already at 1,113 words, probably only need 1,500, so let's get this last little bit. Should you buy the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum? And what I might do is what I've done a couple of times. Give it an H3. I'm sorry, I give it an H2. And then right below it, click Command J, let Jasper write. So here we go. Yes, the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum is a great choice for anyone looking for a deep cleaning robot. The powerful suction, etc., the convenient vacuums, it's a great choice for you. So he repeated some of those things, and that's fine. That doesn't bother me. Should you buy it? The whole point of this product review is, yes, I think you should. It's got great reviews. What we could even do is right here, and I realize that we just have these features right here. We're kind of blocking everybody. We can actually delete all of this because that's in the middle of our statement or in the middle of our paragraph here. And then what we can do is pull in these customer ratings, and we can actually focus Jasper customer reviews. So should you buy it? And I could just put right here customer ratings are right here. So like, should you buy it? Yes, it's a perfect choice. Customer ratings. And I could say summarize the customer ratings for the Roborock. Wow, Roborock. I forgot what it was called again. Roborock Q5. Okay. Okay, I don't know why. There we go. Okay, so summarize the customer ratings for the Roborock Q5. Let's see what happens. Command Shift Enter. So here, look at this. The customer ratings for the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum are positive overall. The battery life, remote control, etc., etc. However, a few customers complained that the Roborock vacuum is difficult to navigate in tight spaces. Overall, the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum is well-reviewed robot vacuum that is efficient and effective in deep cleaning. Okay, that's a great review. I like that. He summarized those reviews. My guess is that he kind of took some writing liberty here. When he says it's difficult to navigate, Jasper doesn't know exactly that somebody wrote that, but he is saying that maybe that's a common problem. You might need to go research that and make sure that that is something that people have complained about. But overall, that's great. I love that little summary that he gives right there. So now what we do is rather than point number 5 is we'll just do a conclusion. I'm going to give that an H3. And then from here, wow, I keep doing H3s, H2. And then right below that, I'm just going to hit compose again. Jasper's going to read that, and he's going to write me a nice conclusion paragraph about the Roborock Q5 and everything that people should consider. So lots of good things there. We got a good conclusion paragraph. He did exactly what I want. And right now, and I guess I don't have as many words as I thought, but that's okay. All of this information right here, I can get rid of. So I've got the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum review. And now I've got a great review blog post, the best robot vacuum for deep cleaning. I've got my intro paragraph, a little tagline here. Point number 1, what is a robot vacuum? Why would you want one? How does the Roborock Q5 robot vacuum work? What are the features? Obviously, I could, right here, I could post in, maybe like a little picture right here. I can attach an image, add one right there. Here's the Roborock Q5. What are its features? Here's a compelling argument about the features. And then should you buy it? And it's like, yes, even with some customer support, with some ratings to support the fact that you should buy it, with a quick recap there, and then a conclusion paragraph, okay? So how about that? Right here, I've shown you from start to finish, and I'm not even exactly sure how many minutes we've been here, a few, but that's all right, exactly how I would create a product review blog post. Remember, step number 1, research your product and insert that information in bullet point format, really quickly. You don't have to get super crazy. Copy and paste it into there so that Jasper can see that. Then below that, begin to give commands for Jasper to read and generate blog title ideas, or read it and generate an outline, or read it and generate compelling arguments about it, whatever it might be. And then leverage the different templates that we have, the paragraph generator, the content improver, and all of that. And by using all of these different tools that we have, really, I think Jasper can be your go-to place to write, to not only write, but also to research and to brainstorm and to work out all of these ideas. And as you learn to use these different tips and tricks to generate a great blog post, I really think you're going to find that Jasper, rather than this blog post taking me days, I mean, guys, we did this in a half hour or less. So it's pretty stinking awesome. So I hope this walkthrough has been helpful. Like I said, it was the good, the bad, and the ugly. We worked through some problems together, but now you've got Jasper at your fingertips. So what are you waiting for? Get started with Jasper today.